What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Playmaker way with the playbook, and y'all are the talent man. Forex traders for beginners 2024. We're the second month, first quarter into the year, and I just thought I'd make this video because again, you see a lot of stuff online. A lot of it is just people showing y'all making money, but they're not showing the stuff behind the scenes, as in how many wins in a row until they made that. Was their win streak? What's their win rate? How much they're risking? Is that realistic? There's a lot of questions that are left unanswered. There's a lot of marketers in this space and not a lot of actual teachers and educators. So it is kind of hard to understand what's truly going on. And the reason why the success and failure rate / quitting rate is such a huge gap. And for those don't know, it's 10% success rate, 90% quitting rate. I don't like to say failure rate because everybody fails, everybody messes up, everybody makes mistakes, but only difference between me and the other 10% is we simply didn't quit, right? All these other successful traders, they be lying. They say they never lost a trade, never blown that account, this, that, and the third. That's part of the game. So this video is to show you basically how trading works and the realistic side and reality of trading. So this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we post trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading psychology videos, and most importantly, we live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. We also have a free signal, free Telegram. There's the first link in the description. This is how we did last month, October. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the month 32.5, giving us an 86% win rate. Now, this is how we did last quarter. July, we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August, we took 45 wins, 7 losses. And in September, we took 27 wins, 4 losses, catching 105,389 pips July, 219,708 pips in August, and 16,634 pips in September, giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught, 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Now let's get straight into this video. So the first thing you got to understand about trading is way different from working a regular job, right? With a regular job, quote unquote 9 to 5, you wake up the same time every day, you work from the same time to same time, 9 to 5, you got lunch at this time, from this hour to this hour, you're doing this, from this hour to this hour, you're doing that, you make this amount every single day, every single week, your paycheck's this every week, every 2 weeks, as long as you show up, don't call out, right? But trading is a little bit different. You show up the same time every day, you look at the same charts every day, you go for the same setups, but what takes place on a day-by-day basis is different. It's just like sales, essentially, for those that do sales, that has ever been in sales, right? It fluctuates. You might have 1 sale today, you might have got 3 closes tomorrow. You might have had 10 sales this week, you could have 15 next week, you could have 8 next week, right? But you show up the same time every day, you do the same stuff every day. Now with the charts, it's just like that. You show up the same time every day, but what takes place is different. Some days we're in an uptrend, some days we're in a downtrend, right? Some days there's small volume, some days there's big volume, right? So it changes and it fluctuates. So since it changes and fluctuates, the amount you make on a daily basis is going to change as well. So if you ever see someone guaranteeing you can make this amount weekly or monthly on trading, they are lying to you, because that's not possible unless you literally secure those profits or you leverage that amount and you get in and out exact at that moment. Now again, it's not impossible, but it's not likely, right? And again, a lot of the stuff's clickbaity. So first thing you gotta do is understand the reality of trading, right? We do not control the markets. So it's very important, since we don't control the markets, to understand what we do control. We control when we enter a trade, we control when we exit a trade, and we control how much we risk per trade. So since those are the only things we control, we need to do everything in our power to make sure that when we enter a trade, it's the best decision. When we exit a trade, it's the best decision, and that we're risking what we're willing to risk, and that we're not over leveraging, which means we're risking way more than our account can handle, or that we were mentally prepared to risk, okay? So also, since we understand we don't control the markets, We need to understand how the markets move. So one thing I tell my members and students all the time, as well as what I go over the first thing in the course, is how to read the charts. So you're brand new to trading. The last thing you need to worry about is opening up a live account. The last thing you need to worry about is a broker. The last thing you need to worry about is trying to make some money, right? You need to learn how the charts work. I'm gonna give this analogy. It's just like driving a car. You don't just grab the keys and start driving, right? First, you have to learn the rules to the road, pass the online test. Once they see that you know the basic rules, then you do the driver's test. But again, before you start driving, they want to make sure you understand the basics. They want to see you start the car. They want to see you turn the lights on, the turn signals. They want to see if you can park. They want to see if you can back up. Once they see that you can know how to basically work the car, then you hit the road. Then you hit the highway. And then from there is literally rinse and repeat. Most people don't get worse gradually the more they drive. I hope not, right? You usually improve, just like anything in life, right? When you first started driving, you used to think about, oh, am I pressing the brakes hard enough? Am I pressing the gas hard enough? Did I turn the wheel enough times? I need to turn it one more time, right? But now you just do it, right? And that's the beautiful thing about trading. When you just focus and stop trying to rush the process, the beautiful thing about trading is literally rinse and repeat. Because again, you wake up the same time every day, you look at the same charts every day, and you go for the same setups every day. So you first got to understand how to read the charts. Now, if you don't understand how to read the charts, I got a bunch of videos going over that. But the first thing you got to understand, especially chart-wise, is the trend. So make sure to pause this video and watch this one, or come back. Yeah, pause this video, watch this, add this to the list, right? Because in order to know whether to go for a buy or sell, you need to know what direction price is going. So there's things called trends, right? So if we're in an uptrend, you only want to look for buys. But in this case, we're in a downtrend, so we're going to talk about downtrends. Just like we're in a downtrend, you only want to look for sells. Now, why do we want to only look for sells if we're in a downtrend? Because just like the title entails, downtrend means that we are trending downwards. That means we're gradually going down. So since we do not control the markets, what is the best option if we're going to take a position? What is the most logical option? If we are trending downwards, that means we're going down 60, 70, 80, 90% of the time. And like we just discussed in the beginning, since we do not control the markets, it makes the most sense to go for a sell than a buy if we're in a downtrend. Because again, I'd rather take a 60, 70, 80, 90% chance over a 10, 20, 30% chance. But again, you're not going to be able to fully understand this until you understand the rules of the markets and how to read the direction and trend of price, right? So once you understand how to read the charts, once you understand how to read the candlesticks, once you understand how to identify the trend, there are a few other things you have to understand, like support, resistance, key price levels, things like that. But once you understand how to read the charts, the next thing you have to get down and understand is your trading plan, right? Your ultimate goal. Again, a lot of y'all have goals when it comes to trading. I want to make 1,000 a day. I want to make 1,000 a month, whatever the case may be, right? But you don't know how to get there, right? It's just like me saying let's say that's like me, right? I live in California. Well, I don't live in California anymore, but let's say I live in California and I want to drive to Tennessee. And for those that's not in America, whatever your country is, just imagine is the state to the very far left, and you're going to the opposite side of the country to the very far right, right? So let's say I want to go from California to Tennessee. I want to drive there, but I've never made this commute before. I'm not going to use a GPS, and I'm not going to stop and ask people for directions. What is the likelihood that I make it to my destination at all? What is the likelihood that I make it to my destination on a timely manner? What is the likelihood that I make it to my destination without missing any exits, making wrong turns, this, that, and the third? It is very small, kind of as small, if not smaller, than the success rate to the failure and quitting rate. Again, a lot of reasons why people fail when it comes to trading and quit is because they're trying to make money without having a game plan, let alone understanding what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? So again, it goes back to the car analogy. You might have watched Fast and Furious. You might have played Need for Speed. You might have played Midnight Club, right? You might have played GTA. So you might know how the idea of driving works, but it's way different when you get behind the wheel. So let's say all you did was play video games or been a passenger seat or backseat driver, and now all of a sudden you think you know how to drive. You hop in the car, you crash. Is it a shock that you crashed? No, because you don't know how to drive. You never driven before. So it's the same thing with trading. A lot of y'all be getting shocked or frustrated, upset that you're failing and blowing accounts, but you've never traded before. So why are you acting like you're traded before, right? So again, do not worry about the money. Focus on the skill set. Then the money will come. Trust me, I did the same thing. The reason why I'm telling you not to do this is because I don't want y'all to be like me, where I blew 30 to 40K in just a year doing dumb stuff, right? I'm trying to help y'all avoid that mistake. Again, trading isn't risky. A lot of y'all are just being risky. Trading isn't gambling. A lot of y'all are just gambling. So once y'all understand that, trading is going to become a lot easier and simpler for y'all. So y'all need a game plan, right? So let's go back to the car crash analogy. When you crash the car, you walk out, you ain't got no license. You'll look real silly, right? If you walk out, man, these stupid cars on the road, why this road turn like this, man? Made me crash into this wall right here. You will sound real dumb, right? But that's how so many people act on the charts. Damn, that fake out, the banks, the bears, the bulls. No, it's not that, right? It's going to do what it's going to do. You just got to have control over what you control. And again, you have to be patient and understand what you're trying to accomplish here. Now, for those that don't know this part about day trading, the beautiful thing about day trading is, as you can see, you don't just have to go for buys, right? You don't just have to go for buys. You can go for sells as well, right? So with traditional investing, you only really make money if the value increases and the price goes up. But if you think price is going to decrease in value, you can go for sells. If you think price is going to increase in value, you can go for buys. That's the beautiful thing about trading, right? So another thing you have to understand before we get to the next part, I kind of skipped past this, is that, again, you're going to lose some trades. There is no 100%. Well, we've had 100% months here, 100% weeks, but as far as a quarter or a year, no, you're going to lose some trades, right? Because again, we don't control the markets. So losses are going to happen, but that's why it's important to have a trading plan so you can minimize those losses while maximizing those wins. And your wins should always outdo and cancel your losses. If they're not, again, you got to tweak that trading plan. So now let's talk about your trading plan. You need to have a daily goal. You need to have a weekly goal. You need to have a monthly goal. You need to know how many trades you're taking per day. You need to know how much you're risking per trade. You need to know what time, what sessions you're going to trade, right? You need to know how much you're going to put into your personal account when you finally start to trade. When you actually sit down and come up with the game plan, this crazy thing happens. You have a lot more success. You have a lot less stress, right? A lot of people struggle with trading, not just because they don't understand how to read the charts, but because they're winging it. You need to have a game plan. The game plan is going to help you keep on track, and it's going to help you with your discipline as well. Trust me, you need to have a game plan. Again, I've been doing this for a long time, 3+ years. I've been teaching people for going on 2 years. Everything I tell y'all to do, I do. Everything I tell y'all not to do, I don't do, because I used to do it, and I know what happens when you do it. And I also know what happens when you don't do it. So again, I am trying to help y'all avoid making the mistakes and losing the money I lost. Okay, so trust me. Again, free signal, free Telegram. You can see all the receipts there. I literally predict stuff on a daily, weekly basis accurately. Okay. So once you have the trading plan down, then you need to understand how to count pips. You need to understand things like risk reward, lot size calculation. You need to understand how to work the broker and the platform you're going to be trading on, of course, things like that. But a lot of y'all know how to do part 3 before y'all even know how to do part 1 or part 2, which again, y'all might know how to put money in your account. You might know when to enter, buy or sell, but that's not helpful if you don't understand the full process, right? A lot of reasons why people be stressed when trading is because they don't know what the hell's going on. So when you take the time to figure out what's going on, figure out the rules, figure out how to trade effectively, and then you put money into the markets, you're going to realize it's a lot easier than you thought it was, because instead of making the mistakes you're making in the beginning while you're learning, you're making the mistakes on your real account with real money. And then on top of that, you're going to put more pressure on yourself because you're losing money that you aren't really ready to lose. Again, it is not a race. Take your time. Everybody's journey is different. All right. Let me tell you this for motivational purposes. I locked in for 6 months, right? I blew some hundreds of accounts. Well, not hundreds. I blew a bunch of accounts. I failed many challenges, but this was the turning point for me. When I passed my first prop firm funded account, and I was literally 1 week away from getting my first payout. Long story short, I made some mistakes, violated, lost my account, didn't even get my profit or refund. Same week, I over marginalized my personal account. So after that happened, I withdrew the rest of the money on my live account, and I literally told myself, I'm not putting any more money into this markets until I figure this ish out. So what did I do? I figured it out. I put the time in. I learned all the stuff I'm telling y'all to learn, step 1, 2, and 3. I practiced on a demo account for 2 months after I figured things out after 3 months. Again, all I knew, for those that are kind of familiar with trading, is uptrend, downtrend, buy, sell. I knew how to work the platform, but I didn't know how to count pips. I didn't understand risk reward and have a good trading strategy. Literally in 3-4 months, I figured how to read the candlesticks out. I figured all this stuff out. And in 2 months, I practiced on a demo to make sure that this was something consistent. It's that simple. Now, everyone's learning curve is different. I'm not going to say you're going to master this in 6 months, but what I can say is I have students that done one-on-one sessions with me, and after a month, 3 months, they're now profitable traders and trade on their own. They're going to take my signals. That is what I can say. Now, again, everybody's journey is different, but these are the steps you need to take if you really are interested in learning trading and you want to take it to the next level and seriously make some good part-time or full-time income. But you also have to remember what we're doing here. We're investing. Yes, you can make some good money doing this, but you have to understand that we're investing. You should not be putting your lunch money, your rent money, your phone bill money, nothing in here. This should be money that you have separate, that you're okay with possibly losing. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal room, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how I mark up these levels, interested in my signal room services, one-on-one sessions on my mentorship programs, hit those other links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. So the advanced play signal room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York price watch list. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible sales going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York price watch list. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the advanced play signal room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded in an hour long, and they're sent to you the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.